by Chalk Off, the official table cleaner of professional pool. The Spider, using laser technology to improve your game. And Q-Tech Cues, serious cues for serious players. You're watching the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship on Billiard Club Network.
Well, you would like to win this lag because you get a chance to draw first blood. And sometimes that dictates the rest of the match.
Well, it'd be perfect to stand up here and run 5 or 6 racks and let the other guy sit in the chair and cool his arm for a while.
Mika did that the other night. Mika Immonen has the high
Mr. Owen wins the lag. He'll break in game number 1. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Gabe Owen, Efren Reyes. Doesn't get any better than this.
I'm curious about what's going to happen this time with the break because it's been fickle. We've gone 4 or 5 games without anyone making a ball on the break, and then we've gone 4 or 5 games with them making 2 or 3. Last match, Ralph Souquet made 4 on the break.
I saw that.
Yeah. So I never know what's going to happen with this table. I've been doing commentary all week on it, and it's been fickle. So there is no bias about the break and where to break from. So we got to watch, and I always recommend for whoever's not breaking to watch your opponent break because you can learn something from there and eventually find the best spot to break from.
Gabe Owen won the lag. He will be taking the diamond apart first for us. We are breaking from the break box. You can't break from the side rail here. Ooh, watch that 9-ball. He got kicked by the cue, but not hard enough.
Well, he made a ball.
I like his chances here.
Yeah. And the ball that, if you had to pick one ball that consistently went in, it's the head ball going in the side, the 1 ball, and it just missed. It caught a little bit of the point and didn't go. And even though he made a ball, he doesn't have a good shot to start with. So I think to bypass the push and just play safe from here. The push, you're not going to get the best of it.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of things to hide behind here.
Yeah. You don't want to get in a pushing game with Efren, so you better do the first safe possibility. And like you say, he had a whole bunch of balls to get him with, but if it keeps rolling, he's not going to get them, and he didn't.
Yeah, it looks like Efren can get around that. If not, he's just got to move over the side of the 6.
Well, I believe that he has 2 different ways to go here. Let's see which way he chooses. He can go forward 3 rails, or he can draw 1 rail past the side. I think he's going forward 3 rails. Well, he hit it and played safe is what he did. I guess he couldn't actually pocket the ball, so he hit rail first and played a safety.
Well, he certainly left a bit of a tester here. I think you're going to see another safety. If he takes this on, it would really surprise me.
No, he can't shoot this because you lose control of the cue ball. Never shoot a shot that you're not going to get rewarded for. If you miss, you lose, and if you make it, you don't win. Avoid those situations.
Yeah, but he's just not getting there on that safety.
No, he left the shot. But the natural shot here, I don't know if he can just miss the 1 shooting softly. He, miss the 7 shooting softly and go to the 2. He didn't. He couldn't, and he went 2 rails to the 2. Good decision.
Well, now he's going to be moving the 9-ball a little bit after he hits this 2, so he has to make sure that doesn't come off the rail and block him from the 3. But
I'm sure he'll shoot it soft enough.
Right.
You can hit the 9. Where the 3 is, you don't have to really play position. Pocket the 2, and like Jerry says, don't get the 9 in your way, and you have a shot. So I don't think he's going to shoot this hard. Well, he didn't even want to hit the 9. I don't know. That could have been fatal, but he knows what he does. I'm not going to second-guess Efren because he's going to make good decisions. He didn't want to hit the 9, and I guess that was good because now he can cue the ball better. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jerry.
I don't think he wanted to be quite that close to the 8-ball, but still he should be fine.
Yeah, he has to draw the ball on the inside of the 8 and get to the 6. There he goes.
Well, all the hard work's done.
Yeah, he just has to pocket this, and he's automatically on the 7, and that's good position when you only have to make the ball and you're automatically to the next ball. All you got to do is keep leaving angles so you can get somewhere else to the next ball. You need an angle for an angle all the time. You got to be thinking that way.
Just did get to the right side of the 8 ball.
Yeah, he just has to make this and draw the ball back and take the shot on the 9. I don't imagine him messing up here. Nice shot, nice draw, easy shot.
And Efren Reyes is the one who draws the first blood. He'll be staying at the table to attack the next rack, while Gabe Owen sits and waits for his next opportunity.
Get the chalk off with the new and improved pool table cleaner. Just spray it out over the table and wipe it clean with the handy microfiber wiper, and your pool table is cleaner than new. Get the chalk off with this professional pool table cleaner. You get free shipping when you call us toll-free 866-774-8770 or visit us online at pooltablecleaner.com. Get the chalk off today. Are you looking for the ultimate one-stop shop for pool and billiard supplies? Then you need to visit billiardclub.net today.
Well, he has made a ball, and he's got a great shot on the 1 ball, so he's looking good.
He actually made 2 balls, and we can say he played position for the 1. That was an old thing with a great old-time player, U.J. Puckett, who traveled the road playing pool, and he was in a pool one time and beating on everybody, and one of the backers said, "You better quit. He's playing position for the 1." And that's what it looked like there.
Well, that's one of the things the Sardo rack brings into the game. It's such a consistent break that you really can play position on the 1. In fact, a lot of the players want that 2 ball in the back of the rack so they can play position on the 1 and the 2.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have what we call connect the dots, easy layout.
Hey, you couldn't ask for much more than this. This is a great way to loosen your arm up, to have layouts with no clusters and balls not sitting on the rail. Just get out here and practice running racks.
Yeah, ball to ball to ball, no problems here.
That's one of the things that I admire about these top players, is that even sitting in his chair like this, Gabe is able to keep his composure and just wait for his opportunity. I mean, their attitude is always, go ahead and shoot, mister. When you finish, it's my turn.
That's all you can do. Hopefully you'll get a shot before it's too far gone.
Well, 1/4 of Reyes' task is done. He's now got 3 beads on his side of the string.
We're getting close to having a 4-3 ball game after Efren Reyes took a 4-0 lead, and we really haven't seen Efren in a while here. And that's how Gabe Owen would like it. And there goes the 9 ball. And he's only 1 game behind with the break. Efren Reyes makes it a little hotter. But like Irving Crane told me in 1963 when I started, the guy in the chair can't hurt you. So just get up and play the ball.
Is that 3 ball going to spin in? No, yeah, it did.
He
7
made,
ball went down.
He made 3 balls, and he played position for the 1. Now he just has to fall on the 2, and he might be off to the races again.
Yeah, he's got a great chance to tie us up here.
I call this field goal position between the 6 and the 8. That's what he did.
Didn't try to make the cue ball do too much work. Didn't try to get too close or too cute.
No, just get out in the open where you got a pretty decent shot. And now you just got to get position. I think you got to draw at 2 rails. I think you got to do something like this. I think you got to come off the 2 and come here, here, and here. Let's see if that's what he elects to do.
There it is.
He followed my line. I better quit it. Efren's going to get mad at me.
Yeah, he must be watching you.
Yeah. Good control, though. I mean, it's much easier up here with the pen than it is down there with the cue ball.
And if you've noticed that problem that he was having earlier with overcooking his position, that's gone away now. He's got the cue ball on a string.
Well, he got to the table a bunch now, so the coldness is gone. Look at this control.
That's beautiful.
Stick, and see you later. This is excellent position where you don't have anything to do but make the ball and you're on the next ball. Ooh, man, that was, I like to say, never a doubt, because he did catch part of that rail, and these are not forgiving tables, tight pockets, and we've seen people miss balls like that.
Yeah, the pockets are tight and they're cut tight. They're tending to throw balls.
Yeah, he caught a little bit of the point, and he twitched a little bit, and so did his backer.
Job done, and we're tied up at 4. Gabe Owen on a roll now. 4 straight racks, answering the 4 straight that Efren laid on him to begin this match.
He's not intimidated by lights or Efren or the seriousness of the tournament. That is great. Johnny Archer, one of the great players in the game, who also has won a U.S. Open here.
And Johnny's still undefeated, still moving through the field.
Watch out, cue ball.
Watch out, here comes a scratch.
Watch out, cue ball. Nope.
Well, he's lucky to have come up dry.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you, what in the world are you going to do here now? I mean, with a push, you certainly can't leave the 9 and the 1 there. What do you do here? This is one of the funniest pushes I ever saw. Now, the thing about a push, can you foul on a push? In other words, can you push right through this 9?
Yeah, because
I think that's ball in hand.
Yep, because the 2 balls were touching.
I'll tell you, I don't care. I think that's ball in hand. I don't think you can make an intentional foul, and that was a foul.
How was it a foul?
He kept the cue on the cue ball through the shot.
Right.
That's a foul.
But if they were frozen, you can do that.
Is that the rules
here? That's the rule now.
You can't do that in a straight ball. That's the rule now. That's great.
Yeah, they changed that.
That's great. I'm glad we're discussing this because that was kind of tricky. I don't know if that'll ever come up again, but I guess you can take 1 stroke of the cue if you're froze. That's good. I like that because it stops any kind of debate.
Right.
And how about this control?
Nice shot from Gabe Owen.
Yeah, you don't have to run racks to play well. You can do things like this.
Now what do you do?
Well, you either hit the ball or tie something up. And I don't care what happens. Anything's better than ball in hand. You must try to hit this ball. Is he going to? Does he have 2 rails? Can he get it by the 8?
Looks like he's going 2 rails after
it. The 8's in the way. Well, not at all. But the pocket was.
The pocket got in his way.
What a great hit that was. He had obstructions. He wound the cue ball right through everything. And the only bad part is he scratched in the side pocket. And that's just what was needed here.
Well, You know, Efren's got to feel a little bit snake bit
Yeah.
with that result.
Well, you know, I mean, I was doubting the two-rail kick, but we're talking about a top 3 cushion player, and he hit it right on the nose, so he knew what he was doing. Only thing is, the pocket swallowed him up, and things have turned around. He was in control, running around, running the racks, 4-0. Now it's a tie ball game. He made a good kick. He scratched, so he's got to be feeling a little bit unlucky. But of course, it's not going to bother the great Efren.
Well,
he got good here. You just got to draw it back a bit and shoot the 3 in that right-hand corner, or to him, the left-hand corner pocket.
yeah, I'm looking for some trouble here, and I don't really see any on this table. As long as he gets clear for the 3, he's in great shape.
Well, the thing is, it's going to be a little tough to get off the rail. You know, he's got a little angle to bounce off. So you want to get off the rail any chance you get. See, but he couldn't. The only thing is, where the 4 is, he didn't have to worry about it. He doesn't have to draw the cue ball. All he has to do is make the 3, go forward, and he's got the pink ball. And he knew that when he played position for the 2. On the rail wasn't going to hurt him. Has nothing to do but make the ball. Nicely done.
Right in the heart of the pocket.
And if he stops there, he has the right angle to go from the 5 to the 6. And then the 6 to the... I don't see really anything. I mean, I like to say, well, the 7 to the 8 is a problem, but it's not if you fall on the 7 properly. At any rate, I'd rather be shooting than have my opponent shoot from here.
You bet.
You know, this is good because he left the shot where when he makes it, he's got an automatic angle on the 6 to go to the 7. You know, you have nothing to do with the cue ball. Roll the 5 in, pocket the 6, high ball, and you go as close as you want to the 7. Perfect, perfect position. That's what great position is. Leaving an angle for an angle for an angle. So you just make the ball, you're on the next ball. Very good play.
Once again, he can play the cue ball just out to the center of the table.
Just like that. And again, this particular shot is going to leave you an automatic angle for the 8. You know, the only possible way to go straight from here would if you got straight on the 8, but he's going to have an angle and he's going to be able to get close to the 9. All he's got to do is not miss. Position is automatic. Just don't miss.
Well, old Momentum has gotten up and changed chairs. He'd been riding with Efren the first part of the match, but now with this, Gabe Owen is going to go into a lead. He'll take his first lead of this match in rack number 9, and he's going to lead 5-4.
This is where you want to be, close, and he played excellent position throughout that whole rack.
There you go. 5-4. They've kept the air conditioner on in here today to dry these tables out. I don't know about the tables, but they certainly dried the air out.
Well, there's a ball still trickling, but that's not going to help him. He did not make a ball, and Efren's getting to the table with an easy shot to start with.
Looks like we're going to keep it close.
Yeah.
Talk about close, by the way, on the table next door, we've got Tang Ho and Mika Eminen double hill. And Mika had an early lead, but Tang Ho is shooting with only 3 balls left. We'll let you know what happens.
Well, I'm going to guess that Tang Ho runs out.
Well, I wouldn't want to bet against him now. He's made the first ball. There are only 2 left. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, Efren is cooking his way through this rack.
Yeah, there's no problems here.
Oh, yeah. Tang Ho has just landed on the 9 ball. He's going to defeat former world champion Mika Immonen. But Mika will be back. This is a winner's side match.
He got a little funny on that, but he managed to control the cue ball.
There you see Tang taking this game down. That's ball and match. And Mika Immonen is disgusted. He had a lead in that match. I believe it was 5-1, Mika at one point. But that's 9 ball for you. It's never too late to come back.
Especially if you're a champion. You know, you're not really comfortable with a big lead on a champion because he's not going to give up and he's capable of stringing racks. So that's why you got to play hard with the lead or without the lead. You don't give your opponent a chance.
Yeah, this 9 ball, it's such a cruel, cruel game of billiards.
What a great shot. You know, he made it look easy, but what a great shot. 2 rails to the 8, stop the cue ball, roll the 9 in the side, and you go ahead 6-4.
Whoa, Efren looked a little funny with that stroke.
Yeah,
he's
no,
grinning.
it's going to be tie. It's going to be 5-5, not 6-4. He's going to tie the ball game up. It's like you said, close match.
That's where we are, 5-5 in a race to 11. So this long race match just became a very short race match, a race to 6.
You know, so the rack hasn't been real fickle tonight. You know, they have been stringing racks.
Well, you know, I was watching Corey Deuel break one time in a tournament, and he was making balls on every break, and then all of a sudden he moved to the other side of the table.
I know.
And I asked him why he moved to the other side of the table when he was making balls on the break. And he said he didn't like the table layouts he was getting from the other side.
Oh, I never heard that one. I never heard that one. I swear, that's very interesting, but I never heard it before.
I'd never heard it from any other player but him.
That meant he thought he could make balls on the break from anywhere,
right,
if he said that. I never heard anyone say that.
It surprised me.
Well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense because the balls are in a different position in the rack all the time.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't...
he said he was getting clusters from that side. So,
yeah.
But, you know, that's a mental thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't teach that one. Nothing against Corey. He's a great player.
Oh,
but I wouldn't teach that or suggest it to anybody. If you're making balls on the break, take the gamble on the layout. It'll be a little better this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or change your speed of hair.
Yeah. Efren Reyes. No problems at all. This was a relatively easy rack. Yeah, I like this layout. Stop. Even draw it back a little bit. Have the angle to go to the 9.
Doesn't need to do much.
Stop the ball. Now, do you want to draw it and shoot it into the far corner from him, or do you want to stop and take the cut? Well, he decided to do this.
Efren Reyes getting the job done.
6-4. Favor of the magician, Efren Reyes from the Philippines.
No, 7-5.
In this particular shot, we've come to a situation where the 7 ball
is setting to the left-hand side of the side pocket. Now we know we have to go in this direction to get position on the 8. So we're limited. We know that we have to come this way. So we'll hit this with a low left-hand cue ball, about 7 o'clock. We'll shoot the 7 in the side, striking the side rail, this end rail, this side rail, and this side rail, and bringing the cue ball back out to this area right in here. This is a low left-hand cue ball. Here we have an identical shot. We just have a different situation. Now what we have to do, we have to get position on the 8. We know we can't come in this direction because of the 9 ball. So what we'll have to do, we have to hit the 7 ball on the left-hand side with a high right-hand English. That's high right-hand cue ball with at about 1 o'clock. That should give you a whipping action. When you shoot the 7 in, you'll strike the side rail, come out, and give it a whipping action to come down table for position on the 8. This is high right.
Efren only has to win 4 games to win now. Gabe still has to put 6 on his side.
But he has to get to the table first.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't make the ball on the side, the cue ball.
I didn't see anything go.
Nothing went. Gabe doesn't have a good shot, though.
No, he doesn't.
He may have to stick and two-rail that distance. I don't think he would play a billiard, would he? The one's not froze.
No, I don't like that.
That's what he did, and he used the 6 to get him with, and the 8's going to help him a little bit,
too. He's going to like this.
Well, Efren might have to masse this one. I don't think he has rails and pats to hit it. He's looking to see if there's an edge. There might be a little edge, and if there's not, I'm sure he's going to masse this ball. Massing it is elevating the cue, hit it a little to the right, and it will curve around that ball that has him snookered. That's what he's going to do. He's going to curve it a little bit. Maybe he can hit it without curving.
Or come off the rail.
Yeah, I don't know. He's still going to need it. He curved it a little.
Well, he needed something good to happen that didn't.
No.
And he has brought Gabe back to the table. Now, Gabe has a little bit of a problem here to stop that cue ball before it runs over behind the 9. He's looking at going all the way across the table now for position on the 2.
If he can shoot this 1 in and go over to here. And
which he'd be very happy with if he can get that result.
Well, that's what he's going to try to do, I think. Oh, how about hitting the 9 and stopping?
That's too risky, but it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that worked.
No, it worked all right, but can he get to the 3 now? The 9 is in the path if you try to go 1 rail backwards.
Now, if he tries to get where he just put his cue stick, he's got another narrow window to fit through.
Yeah, I don't think he has an easy path, and therefore, if he doesn't, he can also 3 rail this 2 out of there and freeze him behind the 9.
Well, I was looking at that, but does the 8 ball get in the way of the 2 ball getting out of there?
I don't think so. He's going to run into this 9 unless he hits it thin and soft. That's what he did. He's going to try to take a cut on the 3, but he didn't get there.
No.
No, I don't even think he can hit it straight on. He's going to have to fan the left side of the 3 and go 2 rails for distance. I don't even know if he can snooker him that well, but he can easily avoid giving him a shot to pocket the ball.
Well, ideally after this, no, he's going to kick into it off the rail.
Oh, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. Not bad.
Not a bad result,
Not
but
bad.
A risky shot.
Yeah. What does Efren do now?
Well,
He'll figure something out.
does he drop the cue ball in behind the 6 and send the 3 ball up table? No.
And he didn't hit that hard enough.
No, he didn't like that
yeah,
either.
whatever he was trying to do. Well, he really didn't leave much. You know, I mean, I don't know if the 3 gets by the 7 anyway, but he didn't leave much.
Gabe's looking at the 7 going into the corner pocket. And that's not on, but there's enough distance between the balls where he could make it work if he feels brave enough.
Yeah, that's a tricky shot.
Well, he's got the 4 ball on the rail that he can use to stop the 3 ball if he wishes. Possibly get behind the 4 with the 3 and send the cue ball up to maybe duck behind the 5.
That's all. He just wanted to block the pocket.
If he can get behind the 5.
Yeah, take this.
Good shot.
Very good shot. Very good speed. Very good hit. Everything was involved there. The right hit on the ball, the right speed, and a little prayer.
Yeah.
Good shot. Good shot. Efren, all to do to hit this ball. You know, when you go diagonally like this, hitting the cue ball high or low changes the path that comes off. It's very difficult hit to judge. Yeah, this is going to go a little longer than you would think because he's hitting it high.
Oh.
He didn't hit anything.
Well, he was trying to twist around, and he just didn't get any slide off of that cue ball that he thought he would get.
Well, that's the result of Gabe Owen playing such a great save.
Well, we saw Efren do it earlier, and now Gabe gets to eat the fruit of a nice safety.
Well, if anything, the 5 to the 6 is the difficult part.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing that could stop him now. Because he has the angle now to pocket the ball and get close to the 5. And whenever you have difficult position, you'd like to get close to that object ball. Yeah, he's going 1 rail. Nicely done. He can draw the ball past the 9 now, I believe.
Yeah, he can pull that cue ball back out right along the center line of the table, and he'd be in great shape for that 6 ball.
Beautifully done.
Boy, just barely sliding by that 9 ball.
Yes, he did. He hit it just the right speed. Perfect, because now he can go 1 rail to the 7 easily. But now, you don't just get up and hit this lackadaisically. Where do you want to get on the 7? I think almost where he is now with the cue ball would be the right angle, because then you go 2 rails off the 7 to the 8. He'd like to put that cue ball just where it was, and that's what he's going to do. That's pretty close to where he just had it.
Oh, yeah.
The angle is the same anyway. Now you just go 1, 2, 3 rails to the 8, and hopefully you leave a little angle on the 8. The only way you can go a little astray is getting straight in on the 8. Let's see what happens here.
Well, these fellas ride 2 to 3 rails quite often.
That's the shot, just where you hit it. He hit it a little bit full, but he's fine, because now he kept the angle. Now he can go to, he can play the 8 and the 9 in the same pocket. It's sitting perfect. Center ball, you go perpendicular right to the 9. That's the shot.
Well, we're keeping it close in center court in the Q-Tech Q Arena. 7-6.
Favor of the magician.
Yeah, but Gabe Owen's breaking, so he's favored to tie us up here.
Ever wonder how the pros make it look so easy? We practice a lot, and we know the basic concepts of shot making. Now you can too when you use the Spider. The Spider teaches you where the balls need to make contact in order to make the shot. It's easy because it uses laser-guided technology. And when you practice with the Spider, you can learn to see what the pros see. Call toll-free or go online and order yours today.
Visit us online at pooltablecleaner.com. Get the chalk off today.
Here's our latest stats. Both playing excellent. Reyes shooting 943, Owen 924.
Anytime you're over that 900 mark, you're getting the job done.
Yeah, they're both playing very well. One in the side. The 8 stops the cue ball from going in the corner pocket. He doesn't have much of a shot on the 2, but he certainly has a decent safe. I mean, he could actually billiard the 8 in and let the cue ball fly around a little bit and the 2 ball fly around a little bit. And let's see what he decides.
I like the billiard.
Okay, but you still have to control the 2 ball and the cue ball.
I know.
You know.
But
it's a shot to stay to the table.
Yeah, I just don't want to bring Efren back to the table at this point.
Yeah. He's looking at it. Yeah, he's shooting it definitely. Control the 2 ball, Gabe.
Oh boy.
He made them both.
Not part of the plan, but that's going to work because the 3 ball is sitting conveniently right over by the other side, by the corner pocket.
Yeah.
And that's going to give him the angle he needs to come down table for the pink 4.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, he stops, wipe his hands with the cloth. Efren's sitting there patiently with his hands crossed.
You know, at this point in the match, your hands do have to get wet on that cue stick.
Sure.
Start dragging.
Definitely. Well, he knows he's not out of the game, and it's a big match, you know, the final 24 players. You know, each win now is more money, plus the chance to be closer to the finals of the tournament.
Well,
got pretty straight.
Yeah, you would have liked a little more angle.
Well, the 5 doesn't pass by that 6, I don't believe. It's close.
It's close.
And the reason I'm saying that is because you may not have a path to go 2 rails. Got a little angle, and if he hits it hard, you create more angle. You know, the harder you shoot, the wider the ball will glance off the angle. And he may be able to pound this and go forward 2 rails. I mean, coming back is a little bit of a problem because I don't think the 5 goes past that 6.
And how much smaller do the pockets get at this point in the match?
Yeah, let's see what happens. He might be pounding the 2 rails. That's what he did.
Wow, gutsy.
See, that speed created a little more angle.
Yeah.
Oh, he got perfect. Oh, we're in for a real close one here. Sweater's delight. And, you know, we talked about sweaters the other day. Sweating a match means you're watching it really intently. And the same thing with eyeballing it. Oh, did he overdraw? No, he's fine.
No, he's fine.
He's fine. You got to have an angle. Got to have an angle to go to the 7, and he got it.
You know, Gabe does get nervous at the table, but I talked to him about that. He kind of likes the nerves. He thinks it sharpens him up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, he does look a little fidgety right now, but like you say, it doesn't seem to be bothering him. If anything, it could be helping him. The adrenaline's flowing a little bit better, and that makes your senses all sharper. He does look at it, he's fidgety. He's running around. But that could be fidgety of a positive nature because he knows he's getting close to tying this ball game up.
Oh boy, he would have liked to come back another 1.5 feet on that one.
You're right, but you notice he didn't stay totally down through the stroke. He jumped up a little bit soon, and that caused the speed to be a little bit different. In this case, slower. But I imagine he's going to make this. He didn't come this far to miss this shot. Yeah, I'd have to bet on him making this ball.
Well, he's a sharp shooting boy. Right in the heart of the pocket, and now he's within 1 rack of the Magician. And we're at 9-8 with Gabe Owen breaking.
Wait for your opponent to miss.
Yeah.
It's all in your hands right now.
I haven't heard anything fall yet.
Neither has Gabe. And he left a shot, but look at the 6 and the 8. The only thing saving Gabe right now is the Magician's going to have to fall on that 6. But we might see some excellent cue ball here.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's a shot where he can break that apart before he gets to it.
Oh, I'd say I don't recommend trying to break it. I think you become a better pool player if you try to fall on where the ball goes. And that 6 passes in that other corner pocket. And he just has to fall on the 5 in the right spot where he can fall on the 6. Believe me, you're going to see this. If he can get through this control right here, you're going to see him try to fall on that 6 where it goes.
Well, he's moved the 4 nicely over by a pocket.
Yeah, well, too bad the 4 isn't the 5, because see how that 4 will automatically get you to the 6?
Right.
Well, he's still going to have a chance. Believe me, he's not going to try to hit those balls. He's going to fall on that 6. That's how you play, because there's no gamble that way. Hitting the ball, there's a little gamble. Look at the angle he's got. He could stop the ball, and he can go 1 rail from the 5 to the 6, and that's like the same thing you would do if you're playing 1 pocket. That's the best way to play. It takes the gamble out of the play, and you get better cue ball tempting things like that. Yeah, I'm sure that he's going to try to fall behind that 6.
Now, is he telling us that the 6 will go in the same pocket he's about to play the 5 in?
I don't, well, maybe, but he still has the angle to go 1 rail.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see hitting the ball, you know, unless the 6 goes. But I don't, well, maybe it does. Maybe it does. If he goes a little forward, he may have the 6, and then he'll just have to billiard the 8 out of the way. But if he doesn't, I'm sure he can go 1 rail to the 6.
Yeah, he's using right to be able to go that rail.
Yep. This is what
there
I
you
said.
Go, Danny.
I knew from the beginning that's what he would try to do.
Good
and that's the way to play. Takes all the gamble out of the game, and like I said, it develops great cue ball. Oh, perfect. You know, an angle for an angle. Yeah, Efren got a good chance to get on the hill here. You know, that was great.
Whoa. Did you see him jump up that time?
Yeah. And so did his backer. But let me tell you something. Falling on that 5, that perfect angle, was an excellent shot. This is what I'm talking about. The public eventually may be able to appreciate fine stuff like that, but I'm not sure right now they knew that he needed to get that perfect angle to fall on the 6. And he did it. That was great playing.
Great job. And by so doing, Efren has made the trip. He has climbed up on top of the hill. He only needs one more rack, and he's breaking.
Yeah.
Things are looking a little dark on the Owen side of the table.
He definitely wants to win. You could see it on his face. There's no give up here.
Nothing's gone down yet.
Well, now it did, and look where the one is. Well, he actually made 2 balls.
Yeah. Here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I don't
And
know,
the one
Gabe.
ball sitting real pretty for him. And a little problem with the 3 ball, but not anything he can't handle.
Well, he's got to get to the 2 first.
Right.
Yeah, you know, that's not a bargain, but, you know, this is Efren Reyes, so I imagine he's going to fall on the 2.
Yeah.
He did. Now, I believe he's going to go 2 rails and try to fall on that 3.
Can he get there off 2 rails?
Yeah, yeah, he can get 2 rails perfectly. There it is. There it is. No, he's playing the combination.
There
Nothing
you
wrong
go.
with that. Yeah, he didn't have to. Yeah, that's great. But he went 2 rails to get close to the ball. And this shot, if you're not perfect like this, not an easy shot. But he got where, you know, you could have put the ball with your hand no better.
Look at that. Perfect. And that should do it for him.
Well, let's not give it to him yet. He still has to go
He's got to get from the 4 to the 7.
4 to the 7. I believe he'll try to do that 1 rail because he doesn't have the 3 rail path. He doesn't have that 3 rail path. The 8 and the 9 are in that path. So he's going to have to draw it 1 or 2. See where he's putting his finger? This is the Z stroke. You know, he's going to form a Z with the path of the cue ball and fall on the 7. He wants to hit in front of the side like that. And there's the Z stroke, and I think Owens can go to bed for the night.
Well, it's tough to shoot that well and lose.
Well, you just happen to be up against Efren having a good night.
Watch outside pocket.
No, not even a doubt.
Yeah. He put his hand on his heart that
Look
time.
at him. His heart is beating, and he's grinning. But he wanted to get close to the 8, and he did, and I think this match has reached its ending.
Well, you've seen a great display of 9-ball pool. Gabe Owen says congratulations to the magician. Efren Reyes moves ahead in our winner's bracket, while Gabe Owen has to go over to the long road home.
The U.S. Open 9